Yes, it seems but we must help you and Edmund fight in the battle. Must have already started.
We will, dear one. But first, we must find more recruits. We shall go to the witch's house and free all who are captive there. Come, children. They on our earth shall be free.
Aslan and the girls traveled to the witch's castle, and Aslan began to breathe life back into all those whom the witch had turned into stone. Among those freed was Tumnus the fawn, and he and Lucy were delighted to see each other again. They then traveled to the battlefield, where the new recruits flung themselves into the fighting. In the heat of the battle were Peter and Edmund, fighting for their lives in hand-to-hand combat with the White Witch.
Wait, where's Edmund?
Quickly, Lucy.
Oh, what can I do? Oh, the magic healing cordial. Oh, please, Edmund, please don't die. Edmund, you're all right. You're so brave. You chopped that old witch's wand right in half. And now we're a family again.
There are others to be young too, Lucy.
Yes, Aslan.
And so, Aslan defeated the White Witch and led the Narnians to victory. You may be wondering, how does this story represent Christianity? Well, you see, the White Witch is a lot like Satan, and just like the witch, Satan once held the world in his frozen grip of sin for hundreds of years. Our sin separated us from God, and we had no hope of spending eternity with him in heaven. The only way that our sins could be erased was if a perfect man died in our place. And so, God sent his Son, Jesus Christ, into the world to die for our sins. He paid the ultimate price and sacrificed himself in our place. But he did not stay dead. Just like Aslan in the story, he came back to life and defeated Satan once and for all. He is now living with his Father in heaven, and he made it possible by his death for anyone to be forgiven of their sins and spend eternity with him in heaven. He did all this because he loves you. I dearly hope that you will truly grasp the meaning of this story and accept his love and what he did for you. It's what C.S. Lewis would have wanted. But his story is not quite finished yet. After the battle, Aslan took Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy to Cair Paravel, the royal castle, where they were all crowned.
Beloved Narnians, I give you Queen Lucy the Valiant, Queen Edmund the Just, Queen Susan the Gentle, and High King Peter the Magnificent. Once the King and Queen of Narnia, flies be King and Queen of Narnia. Farewell, sons of Adam. Farewell, daughters of Eve.
Long live King Peter! Long live Queen Susan! Long live King Edmund! Long live Queen Lucy! While the Narnians were celebrating their new sovereigns, Aslan quietly slipped away. The Narnians assured the children that he would be back someday, but he wasn't a tame lion, and you couldn't press him to stay. And so, the children ruled Narnia for many years, and the land was happy and peaceful during their reign. Over time, they grew up. They were no longer children, but great kings and lovely queens. They forgot all about their life in this world. But one day, the kings and queens stumbled upon the old lamppost and suddenly remembered where they had come from. And so they pushed back through the wardrobe into the very room where all their adventures had begun. And they discovered that they were no longer just kings and queens, but once again, 4 children named Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy. It was the same day and the same hour of the day on which they had all gone into the wardrobe to hide. But the children knew that even though they appeared to be just children in this world, they would always be kings and queens in the land called Narnia. And that was the very end of the adventure of the wardrobe. But it was only the beginning of the adventures of Narnia.